Deirdre, good morning. This new research questions whether the response we feel as guilt is simply an emotion or a personality trait. The study was done by a UC Santa Barbara psychology professor. He specializes in how social emotions give rise to behaviors. So this study focused on corruption through bribery. He explored whether guilt was a personality trait where people ultimately worry about how their actions impact others, or whether it was just part of an episode which looks at what we feel after we've hurt someone. One of the main findings in the study suggests that people in power who are guilt-prone are less likely to be corrupt.
And in general, we found that people who are higher in trait guilt are less likely to accept the bribe in both cases. But we find the link between people's guilt trait and refusing the bribe is more obvious in the donation context, because there the harm to a victim is more obvious.
So in the study, participants were asked to fill out a questionnaire for researchers to get an idea of their personalities. Afterward, each participant took part in different bribery scenarios. In one of them, the participant had the power to give grades to other students. They would then be bribed to change their grade in exchange for sharing the reward they would ultimately receive for passing the test. So another scenario involved giving people tokens to donate to a children's charity. Then co-players attempted to bribe the participants to give them the money, all in exchange for keeping a certain portion for themselves. Now, the professor told me more research does need to be done to see whether other factors would influence a person making corrupt decisions. But a lack of guilt is only one of many predictors people should watch out for when choosing leaders. And so, Deirdre, one of the interesting things about this study was done in China with students, with college students, and the professor said it's still not clear if the results would be different if they were done here in the U.S.
Well, and I think it'd be interesting to do a variety of age groups too,
sure.
Because that's one of the things you hear is that, you know, this generation tends to feel more guilty about the following. How many times have we had that conversation?
Oh, many times. Yeah, I think, you know, they're raised differently.
Yes.
I think creates your personality traits sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, for some of us, guilt is just a lifestyle.
Hey, when I had kids, I experienced parent guilt.
Oh, totally,
and it just haunts you forever.
Parent
don't
guilt,
even mention mom guilt.
Yeah.
Totally,
Mom guilt.
yeah. Thanks, Brandy.